Hey, 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 it's Mikate. Thanks for tuning on in today, and I'm so excited about this. We get to go to Natlan, which is exciting because it's the new thing right now, obviously. And I'm also super pumped to actually meet some of the characters that I've been playing recently. So we should get to do that. There is, of course, an interlude that happens, I believe, after Fontaine. So we're going to play through that. We should hopefully get to Natlan, though, still. So go wander around there and meet some of our lovely characters. I have also. We're going to try it. I've put together a slightly different team comp, which may or may not work. We'll have to see. Um, so rather than going Hydro, it's taking advantage of DPS from Kniech still. Here, we'll show it. Pull it up. So Kniech's DPS with Kazuha acting to boost Zhonling and Bennett's Pyro application. So we'll see how it goes. I haven't actually done hardly any playing with them. It's kind of a trial since I hope, at least in the first section of our quest here, we won't run into anything too terribly dangerous. So should be fun though. Without any further ado, let's go and see what's going on. Because this is going to take us back to Sumeru, it looks like, which is interesting. Wonder what we'll find. Ah, we're talking to Catherine. That makes a little more sense, globally speaking.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
And why is that, exactly? Honestly, I don't like that. Feels dangerous.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
I mean, yeah, fair, I guess.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago.
Interesting. Who's gone missing, exactly?
It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
Okay. Not great, but sure.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Okay, sure. Who exactly is missing?
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
Huh.
But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
Excuse me? How do you not know his name? Did he not go by anything at all?
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
That's fair.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! Paimon's starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Interesting quest
Time to go.
name. Alright, where are we going? All the way over here, yeah. Hello.
We made it to Vamara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vamara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts.
Yeah, I slept pretty well. It was a good evening. Hope you had a good evening as well.
We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
That is so weird.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
Right. And yet, you still don't know their name.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
So weird.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Fair point.
Huh. All right, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Someone's got to know something about this guy. At the very least, a description, I would think. Hopefully.
Time to go.
Oh, right. He's in 4th slot. That's why.
It's the guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course, I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others.
Huh. Yeah, everything here sounds like he isn't someone who would just up and vanish without saying anything. Probably.
He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
So weird. Definitely something going on here, though.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think? Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something. Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Yeah, I can try. Is that any better? Nice. Alrighty.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Aww.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there...
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay, that's something. Everything's so much more peaceful here in Sumeru. It's Probably for the best. We could use a little bit of a break for sure after everything yesterday.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamar village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
Huh.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him.
Oh. Yeah, this one's going to be a tricky one, isn't it? Making sure to handle the fact that I'm pretty sure this person either wasn't real or has been properly erased.
No,
Oof.
no, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Okay. Interesting. So, no real connections, it seems like.
Still not much to go off of.
Basically nothing at all to go off of, really.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. When was that exactly?
Huh. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now.
Okay. So, specific times only then? That's also weird.
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange? The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Oh,
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight! Nice and spicy!
Locked up.
this is what's going to be unfortunate. This is not a good team for fighting fire enemies, is it? This is just going to do nothing at all.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my Who can play that game?
Apparently, I need someone that's healing too. Well, getting there eventually. Oh. Might need to grab somebody with a shield. How unfortunate.
Get them!
Oh no.
Never again.
This isn't good. Okay. Oh no. Well, you know, yeah. I'm aware. This is admittedly a trial. Oh, now he's gonna be dead too, isn't he? We can't do this. I need to be elsewhere. We'll go back to the Navia team for this one. I'm trying. I am. They're getting there. We're at 70. It's just not enough. And it takes so long to farm anything.
I will protect you.
We'll go back to this, which is
magnificent.
actually a solid team.
I'll take the lead today.
That won't die on me immediately. Third slot. I could go Kinich for with Fiorina, or alternatively, keep Kazu also for Fiorina. I
Deal.
think we'll go here.
I'm in.
Problem is with Kinich in particular, like I have the high level upgrades and stuff, but I don't want to ascend him more yet because doing some Natlan content's gonna give me a ton of materials for it. So if I do it too early, it's a problem. That's why we're going to Natlan today though, hopefully.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up. Hey there! A proper send-off! From the steep, shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Because
Hey there!
this group who are actually leveled do just fine. I need to get there with everybody else and then I can put alternative options together. Like, they're not doing crazy damage necessarily all the time, but they're at least capable of surviving anything I throw at them.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara Village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something, that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. The person... It's Dainsleif!
Oh, sir, what are you doing? Why are you making fireworks?
Ah, it's you two.
Oh, a friend of yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yep, see you later, Atosa! Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose? No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Probably true, because hilly trails on their own don't do much at all.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy. And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you. Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Huh. Well, that's utterly unhelpful. I wish we could get more out of them, because
Ah,
this is weird.
so that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilly trail activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
Oh. I mean, kind of.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened. There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
Okay. You're not wrong, I guess.
The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Uh-huh. Honestly, his stakes in this are almost the same as ours, then, in a sense.
Your brother?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Kanria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedrfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
That's, okay, Sertology. That's one to pay attention to, because that would be Skirk's master.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertology is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely got some anger, doesn't he?
They were once people of great esteem in Khaenri'ah, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields.
Right. And then they went too far. Or at least that's my understanding, as limited as it is.
6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness. Indeed, if they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world. Of course, as I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched.
Right. Because they've definitely been doing things in the meantime, we just haven't seen any of it.
By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
Yeah, they do seem to be kind of just trying stuff.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Huh. Interesting. And a bit odd that those are directly related.
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
Okay. Sure, I'll buy that. We don't really have any other explanation.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow. Oh, so tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff. Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm glad we didn't get stuck there. I have been getting stuck so much recently. It's mostly Kenichi's fault because he's smaller when he is in his skate around form. If you didn't know that, it's a problem. Cause he's smaller when he's going in circles, and then he gets stuck under stairs and stuff, like in the chasm in particular. Cause that's kind of where I've been running around a little bit. But he gets stuck under stuff, like a lot.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
The man's having a crisis, Paimon. Leave him alone.
Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
What? That's weird.
Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, that's weird.
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Excuse me? There will be none of that, thank you. They're not allowed to have that.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
It's possible. I mean, you gotta admit, if anyone ever wanted to lure us anywhere at all, posting a commission nobody else can solve would certainly be a way to do it. The fact that Dane's here too is a little bit odd. But if he was also following trails, I mean, either one of us really is not that hard to lead anywhere you want. Just by kind of planting a trail of evidence to lead there.
But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it.
No, which is a bit odd because it does seem like they've pivoted a little bit, but maybe not.
I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way. Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet.
No, but if you did hear something like that, your first instinct might be to go check on it. And if they're following us, I mean, that's certainly a possibility.
However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the Eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part.
Oh, he's gonna do it, isn't he? We're gonna go look at it. Make sure it's okay. Don't do that. That's the worst idea.
Come with me. We must check whether the Eye is still in our possession.
They're gonna steal it.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
Of course.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, where even is this location? Come on, bro. Please climb. Thank you. What the heck was that?
Is this really necessary?
Whoa. That's a fun looking area.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Uh-oh.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was weird. Don't like that. You good?
Hey, wait up!
Okay. Oh, good. The two elements I'm weakest in. We'll toss in...
I'll bring
something,
my
I
seasonings.
suppose. I don't know. I mean, like, to a certain extent, yes. I feel like he's so unknowable. So, I don't think it would emotionally wreck me as much as it would for the whole Fontaine thing. I don't like that you've asked me that. But, yes and no, I suppose. Ah, you're good. love the little mushrooms. They're so cute. Like, they're so boingy and adorable. Okay. Good to know. Well, I did say I feel like they can't possibly keep up with Fontaine. Like, how do you even follow that? So, I'm kind of going into it expecting to be a little bit disappointed.
Changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Okay. Sure. I'll do that. Yeah, you never know. I feel like a lot of times the beginnings are slow anyway, so might ramp up a little bit. Cause like you gotta get to know everyone essentially, and like they have to set up the plot and all that, so. I can definitely see that being the case here as well. But it also seems like, for Natlan in particular, they put a lot of time into the other mechanics, so maybe they just didn't quite put as much into the beginning phases of everything else. Hello, friend. You gonna wake up on me? Aw, couldn't get the shield up in time.
As a good knight should.
Alright, we need to get some healing back up. There we go.
Nice and spicy. Watch out!
Ooh. Interesting. Oh, that looks like a puzzle. That looks like a fun puzzle.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Yeah, okay. So, gotta move this one here. Then move the bottom one. No, not move the bottom one. That was wrong. That was not it. Here. 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 And then we gotta just twist this one.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Is that where we're going? It's gotta be. Interesting. Okay. Well, that looks like a trap if I've ever seen one. That's a lot of very lit
Looks
candles.
like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Oh,
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! May I present? Let my name echo in song! Watch out!
rude.
Steady As a dutiful maid...
Rude. Honestly, I haven't actually tried this team with Xiangling yet. She's kind of fire in this last slot here. She might become my permanent third here. If because I could build Dia for Kenichi's team quite easily. It would take time as ever, but okay. Young lady, you need to give me some fire, please. Might need to work on our ER, but
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
he's not doing so good, is he? Uh-oh.
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place. The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager.
Okay. Sure, I guess. You sure you're good, though? Because, like, if they start doing things while you're trying to fight, it's not going to go well.
Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
That's ominous. Uh-oh. Ether?
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Oh no.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Uh-oh. I don't like this.
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry. Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering. or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now? It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly churls in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Definitely wonky.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly churls are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
Yeah.
Well, now that the hilly churls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Oh.
Hey there!
Okay.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Okay. And nobody's noticed anything weird at all?
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Have they all completely forgotten now? Things are getting weirder and weirder.
Huh? You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
Right. We're gonna need to go talk to some other people, huh?
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Okay. Going up. Gotta see. I have a suspicion everybody is about the same.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing? Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Okay. Sure, I guess.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
That might be a stretch. More than likely, their memories are getting messed with because time travel, we've already played around with that theory once before. Yeah. Either one of these is probably more likely. But this feels most like the last time we were running around as Ether, to be quite frank.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him, because there's been a change in people's memories. If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
More than likely.
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all. Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is. Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to... Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day.
Right, which is weird. But it does mean we can find them more easily, I suppose.
If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
Okay.
We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager. But it turns out, we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission. Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
I think it's probably her. I doubt it's Dainsleif, but I guess it could be.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Oh, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory. Yeah, that's where they'll be!
Okay. This music is so calm and peaceful. I don't trust it. There they are.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Okay. A little bit of flirting going on here, and well, he's got clothes that don't match with anybody we know, so I'm thinking Conria, just based on the purples. But definitely not anyone we've seen before.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Oh yeah, he's got the eyes. Is this Date's brother? Maybe? Maybe. They look very different though, so maybe not. Maybe he's just a other guy.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet!
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Poor girl's gonna get her heart broken, isn't she? That's unfortunate.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
No?
The founder of the Abyss Order.
Maybe.
The man
Okay.
who broke the curse of immortality.
But I doubt it.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate.
Y'all saying it's not him?
Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria, the one who stole the power of the Abyss.
Because I'm like pretty sure he's dead. We're kind of low on options here.
You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
How interesting. And how very odd.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then.
Right. How did you become a person? Yeah, that's the hilichurl. How did he... How are you a person, sir? Please explain.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Huh. Very weird. Clearly Aether's figured something out. Because last we saw, that's who he was with. Kind of. But if they've managed to figure out how to convert some of them back to human, that could get complicated quite quickly. Huh. Although I suppose we are in a land of memories. So perhaps it's less real than one would initially assume. That's a pretty animation. I like that. I will say though, the bubble sound they've added makes it a little hard to take this whole thing seriously. The music's trying to compensate. But she's just going like boing 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 boing. Yeah. This is the least serious sound ever.
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all, as you well know.
Right. Yeah, okay. So we are working off of visions then.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived. Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction.
Okay, what does that mean? Because, like, obviously he didn't become it. We know that. He's, like, dead, kind of. Deadish. So then, who or what is, I wonder?
In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate. As for your question, The Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines. In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Okay. Other than manipulating a source of power, though, what exactly does that do for you? Although I suppose if you can manipulate memories in the lower form, maybe it allows manipulation of reality.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Okay. So that sounds bad, potentially.
Yes, I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life. Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
Poor guy. Honestly, his story in particular is so messed up. Like, that's so unfortunate. Because, like, he was just a kid. Really. Realistically speaking.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless?
I suppose. But I can understand in a way. It must be a bit lonely to exist only as yourself with no one to talk to.
But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Alright, see you later.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time.
The whole Connery thing is so messed up. So many of them were just, like, they're just people. They're still just people, even though, you know, some of them obviously went too far. The vast majority, pretty much everyone other than the most high-level people, like, they're just people. They were just living there. Like, it feels like half of them, so many of them, were just victims. And really, I can see why the idea, I think that the idea of helping them I would like to, but also realistically speaking, I don't know that we can without endangering everybody else. Because if it reignites the war and everything, it's so frustrating. So frustrating to me, honestly.
I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness.
Like, that's like a literal baby. That's terrible.
Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up. I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Twilight's sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Don't like that. What do you mean, settled, sir?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
We're too late. And you've already upgraded, haven't you?
The Loom of Fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan. That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh, you tricky guy. Honestly, I'm impressed. That's clever. That is so clever. I knew there was something else going on.
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
Hmm?
And it's so quick, too. He wouldn't have even noticed the time shifting, or not shifting in this case. Would only have had to have been about a 2-second conversation. Well, perhaps a minute. But even still, not enough.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Dangerous.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Okay, but what do you want to do with it? Why? What is the point?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved. You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Yes, that's true.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story, that this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us. I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
He really is very kind. Because there are so many things he could have done. So many. And even after everything that he's been put through, to have taken all that, to have been essentially cursed from when he was 8, and to still choose to be kind like that, he's kind of an amazing person.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time.
You're gonna give up now, aren't you? Quite frankly, if he does, I find that to be a tragedy, because if there were anyone we've met so far, really, in truth, that I would want to be in charge of a thing like that, he's pretty high up on the list. A thing with the ability to rewrite.
But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Either.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone. and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
No.
Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree? That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
What do you mean, still time? What sort of a clock are you running up against, I wonder?
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Oh! Yeah, that would be a clock, wouldn't it?
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
Dangerous. That seems dangerous. Because, from what we know, when that happens, odds are good enough there's going to be all-out war between the Abyssal Order and the Tsaritsa who's collecting the Gnosis. Things are gonna get bad.
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
No. No. Not that. But it's been so long.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
No. Not that. Not after everything. We finally get a single conversation, but no memories, even?
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya. Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait, really? What a score! Well, what happened after that?
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Yeah, strange. Well, I'm glad you at least got your closure, and saves us from having to try and explain all of that.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is, and we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now. Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Yeah, that's gotta be a little confusing. Honestly, it makes us really suspicious. if she does remember us being there initially. It's probably terribly confusing to the poor girl. Well, we had a lovely conversation with Ether that Traveler doesn't remember because, reasons. Everything about this story I find very upsetting, actually. It's quite terrible. Because I genuinely like Callie Bear. I really did. And this poor girl.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Who's gotta be just absolutely confused, considering everything. Because, if my understanding is correct, she's now got memories of us meeting her before we showed up at the village looking for the guy who disappeared, talking to the guy who disappeared. Which has gotta just... Well, honestly, it's very suspicious, isn't it?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you.
Uh-huh.
I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important. He always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just as quickly. If Kari Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time, even the deepest of attachments can fade.
Poor girl.
Okay, I'll admit.
Yeah.
I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye? You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye!
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
About that.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Oh, no way. No way. Oh, how clever. How clever of them. She is. She's so adorable. Honestly, both of them. They're so cute. Let's see. I want to go look at that because it was adorable. I continue to remain upset that she does not remember because that's just sad, actually. Aww. But at least we got something. Kind of.
Someone needs assistance.
I tell you what, all of Fontaine was upsetting, but I think that that was probably one of the rudest things that Hoya's ever done. It's like, hey, you finally found the person you've been searching for at this point literal years, except you can't touch him, and you'll forget the conversation even happened.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is.
Like, that's
What
just rude.
exactly is it? I didn't quite
Just rude.
catch your request.
I know they do. I know there's still more story left, but like, come on. That conversation gave next to nothing away, right? Like, we could have at least remembered it. At the very least, we could have had that. This is the longest lift ever. Where do you want me to go? Down? No, I probably don't even need the lift. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're gonna actually catch ourselves in time today and approach from the air while flying so that we don't die again.
Wow, time flies. Just like that, it's time for us to embark on the next phase of our journey. We need to head to Natlan next. Natlan called it a nation of dragons, but that description doesn't give us much to go off of. Exactly. Even when Inazuma was completely closed off, we still managed to run into people from there and other nations. Huh. Could it be that there are no humans in Natlan?
Oh, Paimon.
Yes, yes. That look of surprise and excitement is perfect. Hold it right there. Now look at the camera and big smiles on 3. Ready?
Hi, Charlotte.
Okay, just make sure you get Paimon's good side. Wait, hang on a minute. What's with the photo shoot, Charlotte?
Well, I heard you two were about to leave for the next part of your journey. After everything you did for Fontaine, the Steambird simply had to follow up on a scoop like that.
Okay, sure, fair enough.
Oh, I have a feeling we're going to be short on material once you're gone.
Oh, so you knew we were leaving. We don't need a big send-off. That's not really our thing.
Yeah, that's definitely not your style, but we got to thinking. And, well, a little change never hurt anyone, right?
Sure.
We?
All those obstacles we overcame side by side. Feels like it was just yesterday. Don't be a stranger now, partner.
If you encounter any troubles along your journey, you need only let us know, no matter the distance between us.
Partings are inevitable, of course. But distance makes the heart grow fonder, right?
Ah, Fiorena's back. That's good, I'm glad. I was a little worried about her since we hadn't seen her yet.
One thing will never change, though. We'll always have the memories we made together during this time.
Whoa, you're all here!
That we will. I'm looking forward to hearing about your future adventures. So make sure to stop by and tell us about them sometime.
Well, in light of your impending departure, shall we take a photo together?
Ooh, yes, let's do it.
Ooh, great idea! We even have a professional photographer with us. Charlotte, would you do us the honor?
Leave it to me. Just give me a moment to set the camera up.
Oh, by the way, you're overthinking the whole Natlan issue, Paimon. Natlan has human inhabitants and its own unique culture, just like Fontaine. It's just that, because of their local customs, the native people choose not to leave. They're not unwelcoming to outsiders, though. People travel there for business and leisure alike, and usually return with nothing but good things to say.
Many members of the Spina have visited in the past, too.
Well, that's a relief. Hopefully we don't get swept up in any major drama this time.
Well, yeah, if anything's gonna jinx us, it's that. But also, we naturally poke our nose into trouble, so it's almost impossible
Well,
that
given your
nothing
experience
happens.
and skill in that regard, I have no doubt you'll be able to overcome anything that comes your way.
Aw, thanks, Corinne. Appreciate the confidence.
Still, I hope you can avoid danger this time around. An uneventful trip might be a nice change of pace.
All right, I'm ready. Shall we? Well then, traveler.
Bon voyage!
Aw, cute. Hi, everybody. Okay, can we talk to her? Should probably not be her. That looks a little ridiculous. Hi,
Safe
everybody.
travels, traveler. You're welcome back anytime. If you let us know in advance, we could arrange even more people to greet you when you return.
That would be quite the lively affair.
Navi, have anything to say?
I heard there's a place in Natlan that produces precious stones. Next time there's a lull in my work, I gotta go pay it a visit.
Interesting. Thanks for the info, I guess. Okay. Well, conveniently. Shouldn't be too hard to get over there.
Wow! So this is Natlan!
It is really pretty, I gotta say. Different pretty from Fontaine, as always, but it's cool. And I have been loving the graffiti style too. Like the color scheme is on point here. It's gorgeous.
So many strange mountains, and so many animals Paimon has never seen before!
There are llamas over there. I might have to go kidnap a llama.
Doesn't look like there are any cities around here, though. Where should we start? Good idea. Finding people means we can learn information about the local Archon. And once we've met the Archon, we should have a better idea of what to expect during our journey.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Really.
Well, Paimon hopes this one is easy to get along with. As long as we don't get on their bad side, we should be fine. Come on, let's keep following the road.
Shouldn't be too crazy, at least, hopefully. Okay, where were those llamas? Because I have seen them. And they are cute. Do they still exist?
Race you!
Were the llamas a lie? If the llamas were a lie, I'm gonna be so upset right now. Hello? There aren't any llamas, are there? Look, I already stole some capybaras for in my house. I want a llama. Pretty please. What about this thing? Oh! I can have one. Okay, they're around. That's good. Okay, we are gonna need to switch things up here a little bit because we're keeping Farina with
Gonna be epic.
Benny. I really, ideally,
Deal. I'm in.
want both Kenichi and Mualani just for the
Hey guys, how's it going?
exploration. This isn't a team that makes a ton of sense, but I don't think they'll die. Maybe.
Whoa!
We're going with
Check
it.
out those colorful pictures on the walls. We've got to be on the right track.
Shiny. What was that? Oh. Whoops. Like, why are you not going?
Okay.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
I'm sorry, Kachina. I know it's not right for us to go back on our word like this, but Kempoa and I have to do well during this pilgrimage.
You can't seem to find other people to join our team, and we don't have time to sit around and wait.
She's so cute.
But if you two leave, I'll be the only one left.
We really are sorry, but you still have plenty of chances. You're young, and you bear an ancient name on top of that. We're just ordinary tribal warriors with years of battle under our belt and no glory to show for it. Not to mention the physical toll of all that fighting. We're no longer in our prime.
We barely had a chance last time, remember? We can't expect a better result with even fewer people. Pilgrimage registration closes tonight. This is our last chance to switch teams.
Well, alright. I guess it is what it is. I just wish I was stronger. I'm nothing compared to the other ancient name bearers. But never mind. Guess this is just par for the course as Uthabiti, huh? I'm sure I'll figure something out.
Well, if we do well this time, there's still a spot for you at the victory feast.
Yeah, even though we're not participating in the competition together, we're still friends, aren't we?
Of course. Anyway, you guys should get going before it's too late. Go form a really strong team, okay?
Oh, poor Kachina.
Guess I'll have to wait until the next pilgrimage.
Looks like that little girl over there was just abandoned. Wonder what happened. Oh, she looks so sad, too.
Huh? Oh, gosh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Wait, I haven't seen you around the tribe before. Are you travelers?
Yep, we just got to Natlan.
Oh, welcome, welcome! I'm Kachina, Uthabiti Kachina. Oh, that's something we call an ancient name. It's a tradition we have here in Natlan, although it's kind of complicated to explain. You can think of it like a title for now.
Oh, the little... What is that even? That's so cute that she has on her tie back here. Her whole design is so adorable. I feel like they did a really good job with all the Natlan characters, to be honest. Which, like, I know obviously they're trying to, but, like, they're very cute, especially her and Mualani. And they're fun. They've got fun designs, not like... They've got, like, the fun and adorable design. They're not trying to be, like... overly aggressive with the designs either. Let's say that. Like, they're... Personally, I like them a lot.
If you're here for the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, you'll find out what they mean soon enough.
So, this pilgrimage, is that what you were discussing earlier?
Oh, yeah! It's a competition we hold every so often, where everyone competes to try and get the highest ranking. The competition receives tons of attention, so if you place highly, you're guaranteed instant acclaim, and you earn the right to take part in the Night Warden Wars.
Oh, okay. Sounds like fun.
Basically, the The winners become heroes. And that's pretty much everyone's goal around here.
Sounds like a massive fighting tournament or something. Do you have to be in a team to participate?
Well, due to the sheer number of participants, the pilgrimage is actually divided into 2 phases. Phase 1 is a team competition. Usually, an ancient name-bearer serves as the team captain and leads their team in various battles around Natlan, with the goal of capturing Sacred Flame. Oh, and an ancient name-bearer is just someone with one of those titles I mentioned earlier. Someone like me. Once the team competition is over, the participants from the winning teams qualify to take part in individual one-on-one matches.
Yeah, the scale seems pretty huge. Wait a minute. If ancient name-bearers lead the teams, that means you must be a team captain.
Sure am. Although, I don't exactly have any team members anymore.
Oh, poor girl.
The key to winning is in the strength of the team captain. That's what everyone says. But, the difference in strength between bearers can practically be night and day. So, their decision does make sense. I'd feel the same way if I were in their shoes. All ancient name-bearers have to take part. It's our duty. So if no one wants to be on my team, then I'll just go it alone. At worst, I'm looking at a few extra scrapes and scratches. I'm not great at fighting, but I always manage to get back on my feet in no time.
Well, at least she's optimistic, I suppose.
Psst, Traveler. Based on the direction of this conversation, Paimon thinks it might be time for us to do our thing. Yep. Time for the next phase of our journey to start for real.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, look at her eyes.
Sorry, didn't mean to freak out on you. I just, how should I put this? I really appreciate the offer. That's so unbelievably generous of you. But only people from Natlan are allowed to take part in the pilgrimage.
Oh, Paimon thought we could just join your team and fight our way to the top and then become heroes.
It's alright. Really. I mean, no one's ever offered to join my team before.
This poor kid.
Really?
We're all usually on good terms, but whenever pilgrimage registration rolls around, it feels like everyone starts avoiding me. They don't make eye contact or bring up the pilgrimage. It's like they're afraid I'll ask them to join my team. I probably don't even need to explain the reason. I'm too weak. It's pretty obvious there's nothing to gain from being on my team. That really doesn't matter to you?
Oh, don't you worry. The Traveler's strong enough for the 3 of us. Gods, dragons, giant narwhals. She can give them all a run for their Mora.
Oh, I get it. You were able to overlook my lack of strength because you're confident in your own skills.
That's right. We always try to help people out during our travels. That's what makes a true adventurer.
A true adventurer. You guys are really special. You know you're strong, but you don't take yourselves too seriously. That's exactly the kind of person I want to become. You're planning on staying in Natlan for a little while, right? Mind if I try to learn from you while you're here?
Learn from us?
Yeah, you know, like a disciple or a sidekick. You don't even have to teach me anything. I'll just observe.
So we're definitely adopting a little sister. That's good.
I promise I won't be in the way. Besides, I can take you to see the sights and introduce you to Natlan in the meantime.
What do you think, Traveler? Seems like she really looks up to you. Oh, right! Didn't those people from earlier say the registration period was about to end? You don't need to focus on finding new teammates?
Don't worry about it. I wouldn't be able to manage it this close to the deadline anyway. I lose all the time. I'm used to it. Everyone around me is used to it. So it's fine. No one expects anything out of me. But If I manage to learn a thing or two from you, I might just pull off a win next time. Thank you! Who would have thought I'd get the chance to meet such impressive adventurers? Today must be my lucky day. Well, come with me, you two. I'll show you where I grew up and introduce you to our tribe, the Children of Echoes.
Okay. Oh! She's so tiny.
Whoa. That thing over there looks super intimidating. You sure it's not gonna fall off?
Like, Farina's not tall.
Don't worry. Our tribe works closely with stone. That's one of our symbols, actually.
Really, neither are any of these characters.
I promise you.
But she's like proper tiny.
Many of our tribespeople love music and dance and have an amazing sense of rhythm. In the past, Outlanders have come here just to study our culture and exchange views. My parents wanted me to learn dance, but I wanted to become a warrior instead.
Sorry, Kachina, was I standing on your spot? Aww.
It's Ayo! Come on, over here!
They're the cutest thing ever, and I love them. And the fact that they put them in the abyss is so upsetting to me. I would like that noted. Because that
Allow me to
is dumb.
introduce you. This is Ayo, my Saurian companion, and also an important member of my family. He's saying hello. I think he likes you.
Saurian? So in Natlan, you consider Saurians to be part of your family?
Of course. Natlan is not only a nation of heroes, but also a nation of Saurians. They occupy an important place in every tribe. Outlanders always seem to think of Ayo as my pet, but that's not the case at all. Ayo and I go on adventures together, but he also has a Saurian family and a place to stay of his own. Sometimes he even brings his entire family over to eat at our house. The Children of Echoes have the closest ties to the Tepetli source, which are naturally very friendly to humans. That's how our relationship became what it is today. All Saurians have their own personalities, but I think calling them our companions pretty much sums it up.
Aww.
See? Ayo agrees with me.
Oh! You're here too!
No way! You have a Saurian companion too! Oh, what a sweet little thing! I think your friend here will get along with Ayo just fine. Alright, you two go have fun. I've got some important business to handle, and then I'll be right back. No mischief, okay? And you better not go leading your new friend astray, or I'm telling your parents.
That how tilt though.
This is the most cherished and most sacred item in our tribe. It symbolizes the Wayab that protects us and grants us blessings.
Wayab? Is that a god of some sort?
Sort of. We believe the Wayab dwell beneath the earth, while the Pyro Archon hails from above. We hold regular gatherings here, actually. Our chief recounts and interprets dreams relating to our Wayab to decipher its will.
Yeah, I actually really do like the Natlan music. Like, it's got a little bit... Like, it's more peppy than any of the other nations we've had. Like, those are good, but they're very classical. Like, very classical for the most part. But this is, like, actually kind of fun. Not that classical can't be fun, but usually dramatic is more the word I'd use.
The Wyab know the past and can foresee the future. Isn't that extraordinary?
Huh. Kachina, what are you doing here?
Chief! Oh, let me introduce you. This is Pakal, the chief of our tribe. Chief, these two just arrived in Natlan. They're super accomplished adventurers, and they're letting me stick by them so I can learn a thing or two.
Hello?
Kachina is a child of our tribe. Her safety's my responsibility, so I'll just come out and say it.
Talk about a voice not matching a character, goodness.
I don't know how you met her, but I'm gonna need you to prove your identity.
As what? Or who?
Whoa, 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 whoa! There's no need for that, Chief. They're good people. I can feel it.
A feeling isn't going to satisfy your parents, Kachina.
How about, we show you our adventurer handbook? It's where all our previous travels are recorded.
They're gonna think we're bonkers if we show them that.
The people who belong to the Adventurers Guild are kind of a mixed bag. I prefer something more reliable. Huh. You're the Traveler, and you're Paimon, her familiar.
Paimon is a guide! Jeez, these rumors are getting out of control. Well, okay, maybe this one's not that bad. It does make you seem super powerful and mysterious, Traveler.
Wait, is there something special about those names?
You haven't heard?
Nope.
We're becoming increasingly famous here. Understandable considering the everything.
Learn well from her, Kachina. It's unlikely you've ever had a teacher of greater merit.
Really? To earn that kind of praise from the chief, you guys must be even stronger than I thought.
Apologies for not trusting your word.
Like, understandable. Please keep doing that, because she is a small and very trusting child.
Oh, don't worry about it. You were just doing your duty.
Well, Kachina's still young, so you can never be too careful. As for you, Kachina, isn't registration about to close? Why haven't you headed out yet?
Don't worry, Chief. I told my teammates to go ahead. I'll catch up with them in a bit. I may not be much of a fighter, but I am quick on my feet.
Kachina's trying not to worry him, huh?
I see. Well, I hope I wasn't interrupting anything just now. If I did, just tell me where you left off, and I might be able to help with the explanations.
Let me think. I told them about the Wyab, so now's the perfect time to dive into ancient names. Good thing you're here, Chief. I don't think I could explain it very well.
Oh, right! That word kept popping up in our conversation earlier. So what does it mean exactly?
Well, Natlan is a nation of heroes whose valiant deeds are preserved and passed down over time in the form of stories. You can think of an ancient name almost like a label for these stories. By mentioning an ancient name, we remind ourselves of the epic sagas of heroes past.
For example, the most famous bearer of my ancient name fought in 27 Night Warden Wars.
Wow. That's a lot.
By the time he fought in his last one, he was already over 60 years old. Even though he wasn't quite where he used to be physically speaking, he still managed to achieve top rankings during the pilgrimage. Impressive, right?
Ancient names allow us to preserve the stories of the past, but they're also much more than that. Think of an ancient name almost like an heirloom passed down from generation to generation.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Do you have your stone on you, Kachina?
Of course. Here, take a look.
Ooh. That's fun. Kind of looks like an arrowhead a little bit.
Whoa, that black stone looks so mysterious.
Or a feather.
It's like there's something shiny inside it.
Feather works too, I suppose.
The Wyab decide who is deserving of inheriting an ancient name. Once a successor is selected, the name becomes theirs to bear, and their deeds are then preserved within it.
Okay, so the Wyab is like kind of an entity then, or a group of entities.
As time passes, ancient names come to represent the heroic deeds of more and more bearers, and their value becomes even more profound. In turn, the accomplishments preserved within it serve as an inspiration for the next generation of successors.
Just like me. I'm still not sure why our YUB chose me of all people. But if I didn't know the stories of all the past heroes, how they never stopped fighting, I probably would have given up a long time ago.
Then you're saying this stone doesn't have any actual power? Like it's not gonna make Paimon super strong or smart?
None at all. And that is precisely how it exercises its unique value.
Think of it this way. If you become a hero because the heavens granted you strength, are your triumphs earned or given?
Oh, Paimon gets it! If people start to ask those kinds of questions, the stories suddenly become a lot less inspirational.
Huh. That's actually really cool. And I like that it's not like just kind of granting you a level up. It also makes sense considering what they're telling us about Kachina, which is that she's not particularly strong, but she certainly is resilient to keep getting up and trying again over and over, so makes a lot of sense.
Someone had this to say about ancient names. Our forebearers carved miracles into obsidian rock, yet future bearers looked upon them and saw strength. The miracles of the past become the motivations of the present. The limitations of the past become the breakthroughs of today. That's more or less the gist of it. So there's no rush, Kachina. Many people struggle to understand the Wyab's judgment after receiving an ancient name. As long as you never stop trying to improve your abilities and surpass yourself, your time will come.
Thank you, Chief. I'll get it together, just you watch.
Well, you've certainly got time. You're still very small.
Well, it's getting late. I've got to get to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Oh, right. I'm not sure where you're headed, but mind taking a detour with me?
Is that where the pilgrimage is taking place?
Yep. And outside of competition season, it's the place where our intertribal gatherings are held. Of course. She's the most important figure in the entire event.
Sounds like a plan then. Let's go!
Well, if the Traveler and Paimon are with you, then I don't need to worry about your safety. Be on your way now.
All right, we're off. See you later, Chief. I got so carried away just now, I didn't consider what would happen if our destinations were different. Luckily, that's not the case. Or, well, I guess we just have to meet up after the tournament.
You sure it's okay you didn't tell the chief about your team?
Chief Pakal's a really nice guy. If he knew the truth, he might even ask to join me. But he's not as young as he used to be, and he's got some old injuries that still bother him. He's not cut out for any more attempts. He'll find out what really happened when he sees me compete. I'm sure I'll get an earful for lying, but this is for the best.
Yeah, your teammates left you high and dry and you made sure they didn't feel guilty about it.
It's not their fault, really. The pilgrimage is extremely important to the people of Natlan. We all grow up listening to stories about the heroes of the past and dream of becoming warriors with the strength to defend our nation, not out of a selfish desire for glory, but to lend our strength to a greater cause. Anyway, don't worry about it for now. Once you witness the spectacle for yourself, maybe it'll all start to make more sense. It'll also be a great opportunity to experience our culture and history. Alright, time to leave our settlement. Let's head that way. Our last stop, the Statue of the Seven, is also in that direction. Let's go!
10 points for agility. Woohoo! statue is so pretty. Is that what the Pyro Archon is like?
You betcha. Beautiful, effortlessly confident, and absolutely awesome.
It didn't work when you tried earlier either. Now we know that wasn't a fluke. What's going on here?
Huh? You can get elemental power from the Statue of the Seven?
This would have been such a good opportunity to show Katina how impressive you are. It's so weird that it's not working. There must be something about Natlan.
Aw, I would have liked to see that.
Sorry, Katina. We got your hopes up for nothing.
No, it's alright. If anything, I'm even more curious now. Were you really able to gain elemental powers just by touching the Statue of the Seven? That's something only vision bearers can use. Could you show me? Only if you want to, I mean. No pressure.
Take it away, traveler.
That's new. Excuse me?
Wow! Different elemental powers! Wielded by a single person! I've never even heard of something like that!
We can't do that. We can't do that. That's not... That is not lore accurate.
Let me give it a
Oh. Yeah.
Nope. Still just Geo.
Yeah, that's not how that works, son. Sorry.
Anyway, I was right! You really are something special!
Just wait until you hear about our previous adventures. Ooh, what's that?
Huh. Cool.
Oh, that's a cuckoo-soar. They fly high and fast, and they're always full of energy.
Right? It's been ages since that day we first saw Dvalin. We've come so far.
Oh, before I forget, we've got a pretty long trek ahead of us, so here, take this. They look like shiny little gems, don't they? Don't be fooled, though. It's actually candy. My mom made them. I always bring a few when I know I'm gonna be out and about for a while. A little boost of sugar can really come in handy in a pinch.
Woo! Paimon loves candy. Thanks.
My pleasure, my pleasure. I've got all sorts of bits and bobs on me. I'm sure they'll come in handy at some point.
She is just too cute. Alright. Before we get too further or trigger the next part of the case, we're going to have a little bit of break because I need to go grab some more water. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, so at 1:40 to continue onwards with this quest. And I highly encourage you to also grab some water because water is important. Or just take a break and walk around a little bit. Can't tell you what to do, but always important to take care of ourselves. Either way, I will be back in just a minute. Alrighty, I am back. Let's get back to continuing onwards with our lovely little quest here. See if we can help Porcachina any. This is they've done such a good job with the scenery here, I feel like. And actually making it like consistently visible, I feel like, from everywhere we've been too. Because like a lot of times if you're looking at like mountains, you have to stand up really high to see and get like a really good impressive view. But they've done really well with all the chasms and everything here to make everything really visually stunning. It's very, very nice. And it's also like just generally calming scenery too. Oh. Hello. Who are you? Stuck. Sorry, Mr. Saurian. Come on. Really?
Everybody stand back! Why do they never miss? Strike a pose!
There, you know we'll fix it.
Need a surfboard?
Okay.
Oh. No, thank you.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
I feel like I might need to stick a different healer on this team, honestly. Like, I don't hate Bennett, and I think his attack buff is good. It could also just be that I need to build him a little better, which is very possible. And get more used to using him. I'm used to, Noelle, who just doesn't die no matter what you do to her. Essentially. He's definitely not like that. Oh, hello, friend.
Do I get a share?
You actually want this trash?
Huh. Thanks, buddy. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm not fighting you. No, thank you. That does not sound like a fun time. You are far too tiny and adorable for that, thank you.
We've come a long way. How does a break sound?
That's actually really impressive. I gotta imagine exploring Natlan takes a while like that. To the fullest. I mean, honestly, that'll probably be one of my next things I work on is area exploration. I know. Yeah, true. True, and then I could pick someone else.
Great idea! All this sightseeing is making Paimon hungry.
But then I'm reluctant to give up the extra damage, which may be fine. Honestly, I just need to try different groups. That's what I need to do, really, is see who actually works well together and who I like playing, because that's the most important thing to me personally. Because if it's a character that annoys me to play, then there's not much point, even if they are going to give me better damage.
Oh, are you all out of candy? I've got some more if you want. I've also got bread, drinks, fried rice, roasted apples.
Whoa, you're practically a walking cafeteria!
I just like bringing a lot of stuff with me. As my mom always says, it pays to be prepared. They only come in handy every so often. But hey, better late than never, right?
Sure.
Is everything okay, Traveler? Seems like you've got something on your mind.
Yeah, that was so weird. It has to mean something, don't you think?
Actually, you know what? It could be because our Archon is different from the rest.
Different how?
Well, I heard that other nations' Archons live a long time and belong to a class of extremely powerful beings known as gods.
And yours isn't? Oh, no worries. I just was saying that I hesitate a little bit to give up the extra damage from her. And I feel like a team-wide healer might be more helpful. The problem is Barbara doesn't have a wide enough AoE to help with Hydro Application. So it's like I need to keep Farina but also add in a healer, which I could do Jean. That might be the way to go, because then you get the swirl for both. You get the swirl for Zhonling, plus some crowd control, kind of, plus the heal. Maybe we'll try that.
And that's not the case in Natlan?
Not at all. Every Pyro Archon in Natlan was an ordinary person before taking on the role.
That is so weird, and so different.
Huh? A human serving as an Archon? Is that even possible? You find it hard to believe too, huh?
So that's not normal then? I guess I've just gotten used to how things are here in Natlan.
Yeah, like I said, I just need to try stuff. That's going to be my next project, is actually team building comprehensively.
Well, based on what we've seen, that's not usually how it works. It can't be that easy for a human to become an Archon, right?
Pretty sure the Pyro Archon's the only one who can answer that. I do know this, though. Even after becoming the Pyro Archon, the person in the position still grows old and requires rest. The statue of the Seven may look a lot like our current Archon, but that has to be a coincidence. Countless people have held that title over the years.
Huh.
Oh, I should also mention, the pilgrimage is actually how we select the Pyro Archon. Anyone can claim the title, you just have to prove your strength.
Yeah, that too.
So the contest is all about how strong you are.
This is definitely a lot different from any of the other nations. That's kind of interesting. Very weird, though.
That's right! We believe performance in battle is the most comprehensive test for a future Archon. Plus, when someone emerges victorious, it's hard to argue with the results. Our current Archon achieved an overwhelming victory. The result was obvious from the beginning. Don't just take my word for it, though. Even the tribe elders said they've never seen an Archon with such strength before. But it's just as Chief Pakal said. Today's limits are tomorrow's breakthroughs. Our future Archons will go from strength to strength.
Okay, Paimon's gonna ignore the whole human becoming an Archon thing for now. It's just, if she's really that strong, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for us?
Depends on how our first interaction goes.
If we think back to what happened in Inazuma...
I wouldn't worry about it. Our Archon's a wonderful person and very welcoming to guests. I think you'll get along great.
Honestly, that would be a first.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like we're planning on causing trouble either.
It'll all work out. You'll meet her soon enough.
Alright, Paimon's just about ready to... Huh? What's that?
Oh, we call this a phlogiston chisleth. Good things happen if you infuse it with phlogiston. Sorry to disappoint, but only people from Natlan can use that power.
Okay. Most interesting.
Wait! You can use it too? How?
Her surprised face, though.
That was amazing! I don't even know what to say!
Wait, look behind you. Something's coming. What do we do? Is something after us? Should we get ready to fight?
We're fine. This here is Toto. Hiya, Toto. It's me, Kachina.
Oh. Hello, big friend.
Well, aren't we looking lively today? Did the chisel floor you over here? Warm, isn't it?
Oh, so it was just a friendly saurian.
That's right. There's quite a few of them around here, and Toto's the friendliest and gentlest of the bunch. He's always hanging around these parts. I swear he does it just to show off to any Outlanders that might come this way. Don't let his size fool you, though. He's just a big softie.
What does the crouching mean?
That's an invitation. He's offering us a ride.
Paimon's not so sure about this. It's kind of scary, don't you think? He's huge! Oh, good point. You guys have fun with that then. Paimon will just float alongside.
He's not gonna hurt you. He's just hanging out. Oh, we're on his head.
The sightseeing is even better from up here.
The higher the vantage point, the better the view.
Are you and Toto close to Kachina?
Yep. When I was little, my parents and I went to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame to buy a bunch of different fruits, but the cart we were using to transport them flipped over on our way back. Toto wasn't even half his current size back then, but I still burst into tears when I saw him approach. I was afraid he was going to eat all the berries and sunsettias and leave none left for me. In the end, though, he didn't eat a single one, and even chased off a few other saurians looking to snatch a few for themselves. After that, he used his big head to help get our cart right side up again.
Aw, how sweet.
I've been bringing him fruit ever since. Oh, and I was the one that named him Toto, actually. With the sheer amount of food he can eat, he pretty much grew like a weed. Before I knew it, he was already this big. Oh, look over there! That's our destination! The Stadium of the Sacred Flame. You can let us off here, Toto. Thanks for the lift. It's an easy walk from here, so I say we head the rest of the way on foot. It'd be quite the trek for Toto otherwise.
Yeah, true. That's a fair question. Her clothes, like, there's not much of them, but they do seem quite thick and, like, aggressive. But there's gotta be, like, a specific reason, I would think. I don't know. I don't really know what she does on the daily, so maybe she has, like, a job or a thing that would require that, but it is weird, you're right. Especially when we compare with, like, Mualani.
That's true, especially considering his size. Well, see you later, Toto!
Although I guess Kanichi's running around wearing really heavy pants. She does look really cute, so can't really complain or anything. Because, like, Kanichi's out here wearing, like, aggressive pants. His jacket's around his waist, but, like, he's kind of aggressively dressed for the area, too, I would say. Mualani's not, but she's got gloves, too, so I guess maybe it's just a thing. Because they do all have gloves, don't they? Hi, Mr. Llama. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna steal you, please. Haha! Llama acquired. Oh, it's an alpaca. Okay. Not llama then. Either way. Tiny fluffy friend. Right, like they're cool, but I think you are a bit right that in an area where the climate is so hot, I would perhaps expect slight differences. Yeah.
10 points for agility.
Is this really necessary?
The entrance they made here is so impressive too. And the fact that like the ring lines up with the fire. Oh. How did we even manage that? Don't think I could have landed that if I tried. Like it's a really cool looking area.
We made it! I'm supposed to meet some friends here, but I don't see them anywhere. Maybe they're not here yet.
Open your eyes, Slowpoke! We've been here this entire time. I've already lost track of how long you've kept us waiting.
Kaniche!
Listen here, you. It's not just Kaniche and Moalani's time you're wasting, but mine, too! Mine!
Probably in the evening, yeah. For a lot less time. And I probably will do Genshin again.
What the heck? That's a strange-looking Saurian. Or, wait, is it even a Saurian?
So, like, during my normal time, though, like 6 p.m. EDT? Normal weekday time.
Take it down a notch, alright? You don't even know some of these people.
Oh, there he is.
Just because Kachina's too nice to get mad at you doesn't give you an excuse to be rude to her.
And what are you gonna do about it? You think you're the boss of... Hey! Oh, what do you think you're doing?
He's so angry all of the time.
Alright, I've put him in a timeout for now. Sorry about that.
Aw, you didn't have to do that. My house just doesn't have much of a filter, that's all. I don't mind.
He got what he deserved. Let's just hope the lesson sticks this time.
There she is. They're both here now.
Mualani, there you are.
Looks like you made some new friends. And here I was worried you ran into trouble on your way here.
Hello, Paimon's Paimon.
A traveler, you say? You came at the perfect time. The pilgrimage is a sight to behold this time of year.
I don't see your teammates with you, Kachina. Where are they?
Ooh. Loaded question.
Oh, they went to join teams with a better chance at winning.
So you're saying you've been ditched? Again. That might give them an advantage during the team stage, but it all comes down to individual strength sooner or later.
Yeah, well, I couldn't even promise them we would make it through the team stage. The outcome of the team stage usually depends on the ancient name bearer, after all.
Hey now. There's not a single person here that can promise their team victory. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Besides, you're not lacking in strength at all. You just need a bit more confidence. You were only 3 victories short of reaching the Night Warden Wars last time.
Wait, so if the pilgrimage is like a national sporting competition, then what are the Night Warden Wars?
The former is a battle of skill. The latter is a real war. A war against our eternal enemy, the Abyss.
Oh. That's interesting. So y'all are like directly fighting them?
So they're here too. Well, wait a second. You're saying the prize for winning the pilgrimage is the chance to go to war?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
That's not too far off. That's why it's called the Night Warden Wars. The pilgrimage chooses the strongest warriors among the tribes, and those warriors fight to repel the abyss in defense of our homeland. Their names and deeds are then recorded in epic tales passed down over time. That is the highest honor you can achieve in Natlan. Yes, but that's the nature of war. Danger comes with the territory.
Okay, so Kachina's not allowed to win, because that's a literal child.
Resisting the abyss is our duty. But we're not alone in this fight. We also have the blessing of our Archon, which allows for our safe return.
It's something we call the Ode of Resurrection, which does exactly what it sounds like, basically.
So y'all are like dying randomly and then you come back? Okay. Okay, sure.
Resurrect people, you mean?
That is a new one.
Yep, so it's not so scary, really. Our Archon's blessing gives us the courage to keep moving forward.
Let's go register. We don't have much time.
Wait, what about you, Kachina? You're not really planning on competing solo, are you?
Yeah, true. Like, it makes sense that they're consistently at war. But, like, I guess as long as the Blessing of Resurrection holds, it's less crazy. So at least there's that. Because otherwise well, honestly, I've had some concerns from the beginning about poor Kachina competing. Because, you know, she's tiny and little. I don't know how old she is, but she's very small. So, at least there's, you know, a promise of safety.
We really wish we could help, but we're not from here, so it doesn't seem like we can take part.
There's no threshold to the number of participants. With the sheer number of teams, it's practically guaranteed chaos. No matter how strong or experienced the warrior, victory is never assured.
True. But, I don't know. My line is definitely at child soldier. Like, that's a pretty strong line. Because she can be as tiny and as strong as she wants, but she needs to grow up a little first.
In a situation like that, it's always better to have someone to watch your back.
Oh, how about this? When we register, why don't we ask if these two can have special permission to participate? Odds are the answer will be no, so if that doesn't work, well, I only have a few teammates this time. If someone else could take them, then...
You're not asking me to lead your team, are you?
Look at you, mind reader. So, what do you say? With how strong you are, it would practically be an upgrade for my teammates.
Fine by me, but doesn't that leave you and Kachina as a team of two?
There's a world of difference between that and flying solo. Besides, we're a formidable duo. I bet our new friends here will agree that two's always better than one, right?
Oh, you mean us? You're right! Two is definitely better than one!
It's just like the old saying we have here in Natlan. No one fights alone.
But what if I drag you down?
Listen to yourself. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Hearing you say that does make me feel a little more confident. Still, teams rarely contain more than one ancient name bearer. People are definitely gonna think of us as cowards.
The rules don't forbid it, so who cares what they think? It's not like they left us any other option.
Well, I'll leave you to break the news to your soon-to-be former teammates. I'm not good at stuff like that.
Oh, I know. They deserve to hear it from me anyway. Just give me a second, you guys. We can go sign up together once I'm done.
This is the place. Let's wait for Mualani here.
Did you see the flags at the front gate when we entered?
Oh, yeah. There were flags, weren't there?
Those are our tribal flags. One for each of the 6 tribes that make up Natlan, including the Children of Echoes.
Okay. You guys are the little dinosaur, right?
Why the sudden tour guide routine?
I said I'd introduce them to Natlan, and we've got nothing better to do, so I might as well deliver on the promise.
Fair enough. Well, I'm from the Scions of the Canopy. We live high in the mountains and have the closest ties to the Yumkasaurs.
My friend Mualani belongs to the people of the Springs, a seaside tribe. The scenery over there is beautiful, and you can find some really tasty fish. That just leaves the Flower Feather Clan, the Masters of the Nightwind, and the Collective of Plenty. If we get a chance after the pilgrimage, I'll be sure to show you around.
Well, if we're talking tribes, allow me to stand in for our chief and welcome you on behalf of the people of the Springs.
Mualani, you're back! We were just talking about you.
Everything's settled on my end. My teammates took it unbelievably well, actually. Your reputation is really something else, Kanich.
They probably just didn't see any drawbacks to your proposition.
We're saying the same thing here. You, my friend, are a formidable competitor, and they recognize that. Anyway, thanks for waiting, you guys. Let's go register.
Hello there. Here to register for the pilgrimage?
That's right. I wanted to ask, though, these 2 travelers are very interested in the competition. Any chance they could take part?
I'm sorry, but only people from Natlan are eligible to participate.
You couldn't make an exception just this once? This traveler is a renowned adventurer. She's more than skilled enough to participate, and I'm sure the audience would be interested in seeing what she can do.
It's not that simple, Miss Mualani. Even a single exception sets a dangerous precedent for countless interested parties in the future.
Yeah, that's fair.
The purpose of the pilgrimage is not only to select strong warriors, but also to collect contending fire from the battles. This is the fire that fuels the sacred flame. Natlan is only safe from the invasion of the Abyss, while the sacred flame burns eternal.
Oh, so there's another purpose for the tournament.
That was the initial purpose, actually. Every participant, whether they win or lose, contributes to the defense of our nation. That's what makes it such an honor to take part.
Okay. That's pretty cool, actually.
Exactly right, Mr. Kanich. Contending fire can only be produced in battles between people of Natlan. Outlander participation would inhibit the production of this fire, which could in turn jeopardize the sacred flame.
Okay. Why is it only people from Natlan, though? Because if you can explain that...
Oh, so it all comes down to the contending fire. Well, you can still enjoy the event from the stands. I'll try to get you some good seats.
That would be great! Tourists like us are better suited to being spectators anyway. Bill, there's something Paimon was wondering, actually. You read Paimon's mind, Traveler. Why doesn't everyone just fight together? You know, since you can bring them back to life.
The power of resurrection has its limits. For starters, the ode only works on those who bear an ancient name.
That's also why ordinary people who emerge victorious in the pilgrimage aren't sent to fight the Abyss. It's for their own protection. Although, they're still afforded the same honor as those who triumph over the Abyss in battle.
That brings us to the other condition for resurrection. Not much to this one, actually. Just one word. Victory.
Victory?
The victors shall burn bright, while the losers must turn to ash.
Excuse me?
Only those who triumph over the Abyss earn the right to be revived. Defeat in battle not only means death, but also the destruction of your ancient name, preventing it from ever being inherited again.
Oh! Okay, well that's concerning.
The tales of the vanquished are eventually forgotten, and an ancient name cannot survive when the stories of its bearers are lost to time.
Yeah, they won, right? Isn't it the defeated ones who need reviving?
You have to think about it at the team level. For example, 5 representatives will be sent to repel the Abyss this time. Even if 4 of them were to perish,
the Ode of Resurrection would still take effect. All you need is for one person to return victorious.
Because every victory is a building block of our legacy.
Of course, the team needs to be strong enough for that to be the case. Otherwise, the price of failure is still very high. That's why the first stage of the pilgrimage is divided into teams, to instill in us the importance of working together. No one fights alone. That is what we believe. A lone warrior is one whose defeat is final.
This all sounds pretty dangerous.
Well, that axiom is meant to be a warning as much as a source of inspiration.
I mean, fair enough. You are still all certainly risking your lives, so...
Danger is always present, but together, we can move forward, united in the knowledge that behind every hero charging into battle lies the support of all of Natlan as well as our Archon. Not to mention, the Abyss isn't an enemy with a concrete form. We're often just dealing with the fallout of its scheming.
I've actually fallen in battle before. I spent some time wandering the realm of the Wyab. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before.
The realm of the Wyab? Does that mean the Wyab exists somewhere in Natlan?
Hard to say. The realm's not somewhere you can access by ordinary means, and very few people are capable of establishing a mental connection with the Wyab. We call this realm the Night Kingdom, a mysterious liminal space between the body and mind, life and death.
The fact that you were resurrected at all is the worst thing in the world.
Okay.
Then releasing you from your timeout has gotta come in at a close second.
You would do well to speak with reverence of the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula-How! Lest you live to regret it.
If you're done arguing, your registration is now complete. It all went fairly quickly, considering we all know each other. Now, I just need to register your team members according to their name cards, and you'll be all set. In the meantime, you can all go rest at the hotel. As usual, dinner and lodging for tonight are free.
Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. All food and entertainment before tomorrow's matches are on the house, courtesy of our Archon. Family and friends included, which means you both get in on it. Come on, let's go have some fun!
Cool. Okay, am I meant to be here or should I be not here? I feel like I need to be not here. Oh no, there is a door. Oh, sorry, tiny child. Didn't mean to hurt you. Gotta go talk to the cook, though. What have you got? Interesting. I feel like I always gotta pick up the new recipes, you know? I also don't really use much of them, but it's helpful
Dig in,
sometimes.
you guys! Eat as much as you want! These dishes are all local specialties. There's more where this came from too, so don't be shy. Let's feast until the bill gives the Archon a heart attack!
It's actually funny, the dynamic here is so different. Probably because the Archon's basically just a person. But, like, there's a lot less reverence, which is honestly kind of cool. She feels a lot more approachable. Or at least her people seem to think so.
Don't be dramatic.
The Pyro Archon is very generous, even if it does cause some trouble for all the hotel workers and volunteers. Speaking of trouble, I've locked Ahau away for now, so you don't have to worry about him being a nuisance.
Wait, isn't that a little harsh?
Nah, Kinich and Ahau are always like that. Everyone has their own unique way of getting along with their Saurian companion.
What's got you all down in the dumps, Kachina? You don't have to worry about tomorrow. I'll be with you every step of the way.
I know. Everything's fine, really. I'm just nervous. I can't keep using my age as an excuse. I have to get stronger. I have to prove to people that I'm not trying to avoid the Night Warden Wars.
You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You know your own heart. So stop beating yourself up over other people's opinions. If they don't think you deserve to bear your ancient name, they can take it up with the Wyab. Trust me, Kachina. The Wyab see something special in you.
I just hope it's not the fact that I can take a few punches.
No, hopefully that's not it.
Yeah, I'm on a 7 or 8 pilgrimage losing streak. My ranking has been improving little by little, but still no wins.
To be honest, losing 7 or 8 times isn't even a lot. Maybe other people can't see your improvement, but your performance still isn't something to scoff at.
Yeah, didn't you say you got really close before?
It's just... what if I don't even make it through the team stage this time?
Hey, have a little faith, will you? You've got me on your team.
Yeah, you got this. Maybe.
Stumble, and I'll be there to get you back on your feet. Run into someone you can't beat, and we'll face them together. I know you've never tasted victory, but you trust me, don't you?
Alani, you're the best. I trust you. I definitely do. And you're right. I've got to pull myself together. I still don't know why the Wyab chose me to inherit an ancient name, but I can't be the only bear who's ever felt this way. If they can keep at it, so can I.
Not to mention, the fact that your ancient name has survived until now means all your forebears managed to honor its meaning. Otherwise, it would be lost to us by now, shattered by defeat in battle.
That's right! And you'll have us rooting for you too!
No. It should be the other way around. I was clearly the one who asked to learn from you. But still, thanks you guys. Jeez, now I'm crying again. Everyone has been so nice to me today. I'll win this time for sure. I won't let your support go to waste. Oh, right. I should eat something. My mom said I need to keep up my strength for tomorrow.
Nice to see your game face back, Kachina.
Thanks for encouraging her, you two. It's easy for people to only see how she has a lot to learn, so it isn't often that she meets people willing to treat her with patience.
Don't you worry. We've seen how kind and hardworking she is. We can already tell she's a wonderful person.
Oh, Kachina, don't cry.
Take it easy. You're getting tears in your food.
I'll pour you all some drinks. I brought some homemade fruit juice. Let me just go grab some cups.
She even travels with homemade juice?
Kachina's backpack is practically a bottomless pit. It's got everything.
That's true, but she definitely only offered us some so she could go find somewhere to cry for a little while.
Seems like you two really look out for her.
She's like a little sister to me, you know? She's already so talented. She just needs that one decisive win to convince her of it. And I have a feeling this is the one. This could be the win that finally gives her that confidence.
Why are you so sure? Is that what happened to you?
Oh, no. I was just born confident.
Alright then.
Mulani's being modest. She's already a 3-time veteran of the Night Warden Wars. Came out on top each time. And she's never had to be resurrected.
Wow, that's amazing!
Nah, it's no big deal. The opponents I had to face were pretty tame, that's all. Ooh, no wait, that makes it sound too unimpressive. Either way, the challenges haven't been that difficult so far. But I'd love to fight alongside Kachina and experience the glory of victory together. The flowers, the applause.
Paimon gets it. That's how Paimon and the Traveler are too. Hey, a little more confidence, please. Paimon's always there to cheer you on.
Yeah, but that's about it.
Drinks are here. Better try them while they're still fresh.
Feeling better now, Kachina?
Me? I'm totally fine. Really, I promise. That was just nerves earlier. I'm gonna get some meat in my system, then head out to get some exercise. Wanna be nice and loose for the tournament tomorrow.
I'll come with you.
Just don't go overboard, okay? The last thing we need is for someone to oversleep. We've got an early day tomorrow.
If only we had a friend who never oversleeps.
All right, fine. Make sure you guys are up on time.
Aw.
Attaboy. I knew you'd catch on.
So full. I'm so sleepy. We should get a good night's sleep before the competition tomorrow.
They're all so sweet with each other, which I really like. I felt a little bit like Kenichi might be just like a little standoffish, just purely because the only thing I'd seen beforehand were his interactions with Aha, which didn't really speak very positively to his person. But they're all so sweet with each other. That's quite nice. Boing.
Carving waves.
Okay.
So far that I've met. Ooh. Well, I guess to play or that I've met. I'll answer both. That we've met. Probably either Navia or Furina. I think Navia wins out just because I spent more time with her, it feels like, directly. As far as to play, in terms of like just overall world explanation, just fun, I quite like Kenichi. Like, it's also just nice to explore with him, and his mechanics feel very smooth and very nice. Okay, where are we meant to be going? Is it underneath? Yeah, underneath.
Kachina!
Oh, it's you two. I just finished training with Mililani. What's up?
Well, you worked so hard to introduce us to Natlan, we wanted to return the favor.
Wow, you guys are exactly like Kachina described. No wonder she's already your biggest fan. Guess I should make myself scarce, though. Kachina was the one who helped you out all day, so I don't want to intrude on your secret teachings.
Huh? What do you mean? Observation?
Yeah, the person who hits the hardest isn't always the one who wins.
Oh, I think I get it. You're saying fight smarter, not harder. Having the strength to win is just as important as knowing the right strategy.
Atta girl, Kachina! Exploit your opponent's weaknesses while maximizing your own strengths, and you're sure to find opportunities to turn the tides in your favor.
You're right. I just need to focus. When I get nervous, I forget to assess the situation and end up rushing in without a plan. Mind sticking around a little longer, Mililani? I want to try out some new moves.
Sure.
Thanks for taking the time to teach me, you two. I won't let you down.
Just give it your best shot.
So cute. Yeah, purely for the sake of traveling around with him, I like Kenichi a lot. And also for combat, honestly, because like his skill set works really well together. Bulani, I think, can be really good, but you need to have enough enemies that her skill actually is helpful, because if you've just got one, it takes so long to charge. And if you have multiple, you need the crowd control, which I do have. But her circumstances are a lot more specific. I feel like in Abyss, she has a lot more utility. In the overworld, she doesn't always, and for fighting boss monsters, it's a little bit of a struggle. But Kenichi's pretty consistent in what he can do against anybody, which is nice. Okay, where? This way.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know. Morning, Traveler. Morning, Paimon.
Looks like everyone's here right on time. Good to see that no one overslept.
Says the one who only made it because I was there to get you. How? Not so loud. You're gonna give me a headache.
Well, if you don't do well today, we know who to blame now, don't we?
See how your friends talk to me, Kanich? I help you wake them up, make sure everyone's on time, and do I get a thank you, a how? No! I get told off!
Mualani's right, though.
The expressions he does are so funny. So overstated, too. They seem to... Same thing with Kachina. It's quite funny.
Hopeless. Every last one of you.
Alright, moving on. How did you sleep last night, Kachina?
I had some nerves at first, but my bed was great. I fell asleep the minute my head hit the pillow.
That's good to hear. Maybe you handle stress better than you know.
The competition's about to start. Did everyone eat something?
A little. Didn't want to overdo it.
Oh no! We were so busy focusing on the tournament we forgot to buy something!
I thought that might happen. Here, I brought you some.
Aw, thanks, Mualani. So sweet.
No thanks necessary. I'll treat you to something even better once...
Attention, everyone! The tournament is about to begin. All contestants proceed to the venue. I repeat, all contestants proceed to the venue.
Well, I'd say more, but that's our cue. The opening ceremony is what kicks everything off. You should be able to see Kachina and me from the stands. We're counting on you to cheer us on.
Don't you worry! Paimon's gonna cheer so loud, you'll hear it across the stadium!
Thanks, you two. I'll be sure to keep an ear out.
Well, we should get going. See you later.
Okay, bye-bye!
Attention, everyone! The tournament's about to begin. All spectators, please take your seats. I repeat, all spectators, please take your seats.
Oh, that's our cue! Wow, we've definitely never witnessed a competition of this scale before. Let's go in once you're ready.
Okay. Let's see.
Entering the Stadium of the Sacred Flame, you won't be able to leave the arena once the tournament begins.
Okay. I see. Huh. I guess we can do that. That should be alright.
The Pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame is a competition with a long, storied history. Countless hopefuls have gathered here today, each vying for the same prize, the right to serve their homeland in the Night Warden Wars. Before we begin, allow me to remind everyone of the rules. Today's tournament begins with the team stage, before advancing into individual competition. Each team will board a hot air balloon, which will land at a random location.
Okay.
Contestants must search for fire towers within the contest grounds, accumulate contending fire through combat, and bring a sufficient amount back to the stadium. Defeat in combat, departure from the contest grounds, and running out of time all lead to elimination. Only the strongest teams will be able to withstand the onslaught of battle and return to the arena, blazing fire in hand. Only those who emerge triumphant in the team stage earn the right to take part in the individual battles. The outcome of these one-on-one matches not only affects the contestants' individual scores, but also determines their next opponent. After many rounds of battle, the contestants with the top 5 rankings will get the chance to take part in the Night Warden Wars. Now, let us welcome our Archon as she delivers the opening address.
Whoa. That's cool. She's so pretty. And impressive.
Skill, strategy, fortune, form. Many factors influence strength, but victory never lies. The pilgrimage is not merely a trial to determine the strongest among us, but also a stage upon which to showcase your individual growth. Today marks the beginning of yet another legendary saga, one written in the triumphs of the victors. So, without further ado, let the games begin!
So that's the Pyro Archon? Is it just Paimon, or does she seem kind of intimidating?
She sure does.
Kachina said she was friendly and welcoming, but, how did she come to that conclusion? Yeah, but it would be kind of rude to bother her during the pilgrimage, don't you think?
Yeah, true.
We should wait for a better time. Oh, look! It's Kachina and the others!
Well, folks, it's clear the contestants are already raring to go. The teams will now board their hot air balloons and make their way to the competition grounds.
Shasta! Shasta!
Yeah, cool girl!
Do it!
Kick their butts, Itzna!
Go, Mualani, go!
You can do it, Kachina!
And the crowd goes wild! The hot air balloons are about to ascend. Contestants, prepare yourselves to take flight!
Ooh, we got all kinds of fun-looking characters around here. They must be upcoming playable characters. I know Chaska is.
Remember the rules. The balloons will take you to random locations, and your battle starts the moment you land. Best your competition, collect sacred fire, and bring it back to the stadium. Good luck, everyone!
Yeah. I don't know about her either. I'm probably gonna save up for someone else. But again, I don't know much about her yet, so.
Guess this is where we're starting. Let me see. It seems pretty quiet around here. Looks like we get to eat. Let's head that way. We don't need to worry about avoiding other teams. Anyone that crosses our path can kiss their chances goodbye.
Right. I feel like I don't need another Animo character either. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's hard to know until you actually play as them and do the trials whether or not you like the playstyle either, but I feel like having...
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
having Kazuha already, I don't know what she would do for me, realistically speaking.
Just remember, don't hesitate. The team matches are all about keeping the energy up. So let's do it!
And with that, the pilgrimage is now underway. Time for the contestants to give it their all!
Ooh, a fire tower! And an unoccupied one from the looks of it.
Okay. Nice. Oh,
Be on the lookout for an ambush. Careful, we've got company!
Alright, let's finish this fast.
Looks like we've got ourselves an easy start.
Perfect
Oh,
timing.
how do I get off of this thing?
Generate contending fire in the first place. So let's go. Winner takes all, loser gets lost. That was quick.
Let's finish this next time.
Whoa.
Amazing!
Okay then.
We won! We're just getting started. Grab the fire and let's head to the next spot.
Currently in the lead, we have Chaska, one of the contestants from the Flower Feather clan, really leaving her competitors in the dust.
Okay. Ah, I see.
Amaru has taken out 6 contestants in a row! What a legendary competitor! But can his hot streak continue?
I'm definitely, it's throwing me a lot that they're in slots 1 and 2. Mulaney's always in slot 3. I keep pressing 3 for her.
These monsters make it onto the ground!
It's part of the tournament. You can't handle a few monsters. How are you supposed to tell me this? Look, why don't we handle these monsters first? Then we can battle it out between ourselves.
Carving waves!
Skills aren't half bad. But I think I've got a good grasp of what you can do. Sorry. But not everyone can make it to the end. Your run ends here!
It really is.
Nicely done, Kachina!
Okay.
We actually beat a legend! Come on, don't just stand there. Let's grab the fire and go.
We have
She's
a new team pulling ahead.
always
Mulaney
slot
and
3.
Kachina have already eliminated several favorites for the win.
Like, it hasn't been terrible. But...
I knew someone would show up.
Oh.
Hands over the sacred fire and no one gets hurt.
How rude.
Let's round them up.
Let's finish this next.
Okay. They're actually kind of fun to play together. Like, Mulaney on her own isn't bad against everybody, but she clearly shines the most.
It's gonna be an early goodbye for one of these formidable competitors.
Uh-oh. Hello, friends. Except not really. That's quite nice. Because the auto-switching... I haven't played her in Natlan as much either, which is definitely better than outside, for sure, as expected. Yes, I see that.
This mountain is huge. Is the next tower really all the way up there? It's going to take forever to make it to the top. Just leave it to me. I'll get us up there. Ah, we made it. Great work, Kachina. Glad I could help. An empty fire tower. We're too late.
Darn it. So close.
And another competitor crosses the finish line. Ian-san from the Collective of Plenty, certainly living up to some lofty expectations.
Yeah, because like she does more damage in one hit than I think Kaniche does, but Kaniche gets to continuously attack as opposed to Mulaney.
Is that you? I'm sorry about this, but since we ran into each other, I can't just let you pass. If you want glory, you'll have to go through me.
Okay, if you say so.
Forget it.
contestants remain in play. The remaining competitors need to hurry if they want to make it out of this stage.
Hold it right there. That fire is mine. In your dreams, I think someone needs a reality check, and I'm more than happy to oblige.
Oh, that was not the way to go.
Isn't it obvious?
Really? Nice.
Hey, let's work together. Good idea. This was Let's go.
Okay, we need to get off. But, hey.
Let's finish this next.
Go away.
Let's finish this new.
Off we go. We've collected enough sacred fire. Still doing all right, Kachina?
That's like the softest no ever.
There's a spirit way over there. We can ride it back.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, we really lucked out. Just grab onto me, Kachina. I'm not sure if you remember, but people from my tribe can ride spiritways over great distances. It's all smooth sailing from here. Thanks, Milani.
Hey, what are you thanking me for? We won as a team. There's no way I could have taken on that many people without you. Have a little faith in yourself. You're already a great warrior.
Oh, those were some steep curves. Not scared, are you?
It's basically just a giant roller coaster.
Not after that last ride you took me on. Oh, yeah. Back when we first met, right? I accidentally knocked over your piece of cake, then offered to take you spiritway surfing to make up for it.
Actually, I was feeling pretty down that day. My training didn't go well, and... Anyway, you really cheered me up. Milani, I really want to win this time. I want to win this pilgrimage and become a true warrior.
That's what I like to hear. Let's meet each other.
If your team has gathered enough fire, please...
Congratulations, Milani. Congratulations, Kachina. You've successfully cleared the team stage.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Keep it up, Milani! Kachina! Milani!
Kachina! Milani! Kachina! Milani!
You two can take a short break while the team stage comes to a close. We'll draw names to determine the individual matchups in a moment. After that, we'll proceed to the next stage of the competition. I wish you both the best.
You two are assigned to different lounge areas. If you'll follow me, please, Kachina.
Solo battle's next. And I was 3 wins short last time. I've got to do better. Just calm down, Kachina. You're in good form. You can do this.
Hold it right there. This is the contestants' lounge. Unauthorized access is prohibited.
We're contestants too. Let us through.
According to my list, you're not among the individual match contenders, nor are you related to any of the remaining candidates.
Oh, are those her old teammates?
Well, we'd still be candidates if it was just based on strength. We only lost because 2 other contestants snuck up on us like cowards. If you could just go contact the referee, we'll wait right here for you to...
Yeah, if you say so.
Wait, you two are...
Well, look who we have here. Remember us? Your little trick got us disqualified.
Rude.
Since we've crossed paths again, let's settle this once and for all. We'll see who truly deserves to advance to the next stage. Fight us!
Right now?
Don't mind him, Kachina. Tournament rules place you under no obligation to honor that request. A loss is a loss, and that's final. You! Don't just stand there! Get security over here now!
Forget the rules. Isn't the pilgrimage about picking the strongest warriors? She just happened to catch us off guard. It was all luck.
Exactly. Now's our chance to duke it out fair and square.
Kachina!
Who are you?
Traveler! Paimon! What are you doing here?
We just came to have a chat, and then all of a sudden these guys were threatening you! Huh. You're not bullying Kachina on our watch!
Thanks, you guys. I don't know your names, but if you really want to face me, I'll allow it. It has to wait until after the tournament, though. I need to focus on the upcoming matches. I don't want to let my parents down, or any of the friends who helped me get this far.
That's enough, you two. Being caught off guard is not an excuse. You think you can cry foul play when you face the abyss? If this behavior persists, you may find yourselves barred from future competition.
Whatever. Let's go.
They're the
Are you
worst.
alright? You're not hurt anywhere, are you?
No, thanks to you. To be honest, I totally blanked out just now. I had no idea what to do. Right. I'll show them what I'm made of.
That sounds more like it. You can do it!
I heard there was trouble. Has the situation been resolved?
Yes. It was nothing out of the ordinary. A couple of sore losers coming to stir up trouble with the contestants.
Some people are so obsessed with glory, they can't even bear the idea of failure. I hope you don't let them get to you, Kachina, because you'll need to get ready. Your match is up soon.
That came up quick. All right, I'm coming. Well, guess I'm off.
Okay. Alright, well if I'm only playing as her, that should be slightly easier. Maybe.
You must be Kachina. You know, people told me I got lucky in the draw, but I beg to differ. There are no coincidences in the arena. If you're standing here, it means you're strong, no matter what anyone says. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're made of. The team stage ended before I had my fill of battle. I hope you don't disappoint. Well, anything you want to say in return?
I won't lose to you. Not when so many people are supporting me and cheering for me. And I really want to earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars.
All right, our contestants have each said their piece. To your places, everyone. And begin!
Okay.
Here goes! Clear the area!
Come on, you can do better!
Okay. Oh.
That's more like it. Again!
Okay.
I actually lost. Knew I had an eye for the good ones. Guess that means I was right about you all along.
Congratulations to Kachina for taking the win. Let's give her a round of applause, everyone. Now, diving into the other matchups.
That's one down! Woohoo!
Whoa. That's not a good sound. Oh. Okay, maybe it's fine. Oh. She's doing so good. Whoa.
Where do you come from, kid? Think you've got what it takes to go to war?
Right?
Hate to break it to you, but it won't be easy to get through me.
And you are...
You don't recognize me? Figures. Our generation's been in decline ever since Atea and the others retired from the front lines. Either way, once we face off, you won't forget my name anytime soon. Let's do this! Hear that? The exhilarating cheers of the crowd. That's why I'm here.
Oh. Rude. Okay, so mostly we're just gonna have to kind of avoid her. Just dodge consistently seems to be the way to go. Oh, what's that? Don't like that.
Looks like it's time to get serious.
Oh. Hello. Oh, okay. I need your talent to come back, please and thank you. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Rough. Okay, so we clearly need to avoid her whenever that happens. Where'd you go? Oh! Whoa!
She's strong. I can't rush this. Just like the Traveler said. I need to observe my opponent and look for an opportunity.
Okay, why are we stuck?
It's not just about who hits the hardest. Come on, Kachina, you can do it!
Gotta hand it to you, kid. You really impressed me. I take back what I said before our match. You've got what it takes, Kachina. Youngsters like you, you'll forge your own miracles.
And it's Kachina for the win! We'll now head into a short break as our contestants prepare for the final round of competition.
Oh, she made it. Let's see, who's she fighting?
Thanks for cheering me on, you two. You were great out there! You faced a lot of impressive competitors, but they never stood a chance.
I don't think I did too shabby either. I've never gotten this many points before.
You ready for the last round, Kachina?
Milani!
I got permission to come see you before the last round starts. Based on your score, it looks like you'll make it to the Night Warden Wars if you win your next match. But, your final opponent... it's me.
Oof. Yeah, okay.
What?
Yeah, I just found out myself. We're really close in the rankings, so only the winner gets to move forward. But I wanted to fight alongside you.
I did too, but it is what it is. People with similar scores tend to get matched against each other. But we just have to get past it. War is cruel, and the Abyss certainly isn't going to go easy on us. Only Natlan's strongest deserve to stand against them. So, I'm going to give this battle my all, Kachina. And I hope you do the same. To hand victory to your opponent is to take pity on them. But no one's asking for pity here, yeah? So, you ready?
I'll do my best!
Atta girl.
So, if one of you has to lose, who should we cheer for then?
You mean one of us is destined to win? It's something worth celebrating either way. I'll be happy no matter who wins. And I know you feel the same way, Kachina. So, don't overthink it. Let's just have ourselves a good match. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you after the match. Kachina, I'll see you on the field.
Aw, they're so sweet.
I've been training so long for this, and Moalani's helped so much. I'm going to show her that it didn't go to waste. Thanks for believing in me. I'll try believing in myself this time too.
Yeah, it's decent. It's kind of fun that we're getting to experience it like from other people's perspectives rather than just being ourselves. I was a little concerned they just like randomly let us in,
The winner of this match will take the final spot among the victors.
which would feel a little cheap.
For a long-time contender and first-time finalist from the Children of Echoes, Kachina!
Oh, she's so tiny. Yeah, me too.
And her opponent from the people of the Springs, a young prodigy and Night Warden Wars veteran, Moalani! This face-off between old friends promises to be an explosive showdown. May the best warrior win!
You've come so far. Still nervous?
Why does it have to be you? Still, I'm glad in a way. Even if I lose, I won't have any regrets.
Come on! Kachina, this is no time to be modest. I know you want this more than me. And it's about time you start sounding like it, okay?
I wanna win. Moalani, this one's mine.
Oh. They're both so speedy. Honestly, they're both gonna have trouble with this one, it feels like. Oh! Oh. Oh?
I'm sorry!
Go, Kachina!
I'm sorry, Moalani.
Oh, and now she's crying.
I went too hard.
Look.
Aww. She sure is. She's so tiny, though.
And with that, the winners of this pilgrimage have been decided. Put your hands together for our victors as we welcome them to the stage. With her 6th consecutive win, Cheska of the Flower Feather Clan.
Ooh. She's got elf ears. Huh. Okay.
She managed to turn the tides all by herself. Ian-san of the Collective of Plenty. With an explosive comeback 10 years in the making, Kaiulani of the People of the Springs. A seasoned and renowned warrior, Kibangu of the Scions of the Canopy. Last but not least, finally living up to her true potential, Kachina of the Children of Echoes.
Over here, Kachina!
I made it. Feels like a dream.
This is no dream. Your strength is what got you here.
We'll be going to war together. It's an honor to fight alongside you, Kachina.
No matter how many pilgrimages I witness, I'm always overwhelmed with pride in this moment. Pride for you, my brave warriors. You give me faith that our innumerable sacrifices are not in vain, that the future of Natlan shall burn with the brilliance of a blazing fire. Brave warriors, the following is an order, and also a personal request. Go forth and crush the abyss! Seize victory and glory for Natlan!
Yeah, no, I don't.
As you command.
As you command.
Not something I've set up just yet.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Let's see.
I wanted to thank you for supporting Kachina back there. She really has grown into a formidable competitor. She deserved that win. Not that it feels good to lose, but I'm happy for her. Ah, it's definitely bittersweet though. Hey, wanna go for a walk? Kachina and the others will be busy fighting the abyss, so why don't I show you around Natlan for a while?
Sure. What do you say, Traveler? Something on your mind?
Listen, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But she's got experienced, powerful companions to take the lead. I'm sure they'll be fine.
I hope so.
Glory always comes with a risk. If victory was assured, no one would take pride in it. She's not one to fall so easily. She bears the ancient name Uthabiti after all. We just need to hold the fort while they're gone. Come to think of it, you've never visited my tribe, have you? Come on, I'll take you. The people of the Springs live alongside the Kaholasaurus. Our tribe is an ideal spot for some R&R. I'll take you to all the best spots. You'll love it.
Looks like you beat me to it.
Kinich?
I was planning on inviting you to visit the Scions of the Canopy. Most of the adventurers that belong to the guild come from my tribe, so I figured you might be interested.
Ooh. Yes, I am interested.
Hey, first come, first served. You snooze, you lose, Kinich.
Yeah, you were first. Still, Traveler, Paimon, feel free to stop by if you ever have time. You're always—
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
All right, let's pack up and head out.
Oh. Okay, we got reputation. That's kind of fun. Got all kinds of things. Alright. Well, that's probably where I'll have to end things for today, at least. considering it's been a while and I do have to go do real human things. I have to go do real human things, unfortunately. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll watch it tomorrow. Like, how soon is it? And is it a thing that takes forever?
Adventure team, assemble!
How soon is it? I can be convinced if it's not gonna take me forever to get to. Okay. Tomorrow then. Tomorrow evening we'll go watch it. It'll be fun. But yeah, no, I gotta get going. Yes, tomorrow, 6 p.m. EDT.
No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on.
Alright, yeah, so I will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. EDT. Normal streaming time, and as always, I'll post my announcement on the Discord, which hopefully you guys can see now. That should be fixed from the looks of things. I got at least one check mark, so should be good there. And we can continue right where we left off. Awesome. That's good to hear. So, yeah, either way, I hope you have an awesome evening or morning or whatever time it is for you. Ah, that was you. Okay, perfect. Good. Glad to hear it. So, yeah, I better get going. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.